Netanyahu has made no secret of his opposition to the 2015 deal and recently claimed his country had documents detailing past Iranian work on nuclear weapons development. Right now, Netanyahu is in Moscow for talks with President Vladimir Putin. Alec Lund, the Telegraph's correspondent in Moscow, joins me now. Alec, what can we expect from these talks between Netanyahu and Putin?
Well, when Netanyahu was leaving for Russia, he said that Israel needed to ensure continued coordination with the Russian military in Syria. As Israel becomes more involved in the conflict, it will need to make sure that it's not running into Russian planes in the skies there. However, the real issue, the big issue here for these talks is the S-300 surface-to-air missile. In response to the U.S., U.K., and France airstrikes in Syria last month, Russia promised to deploy these advanced surface-to-air missiles to Syria, give them to the Syrian regime. That set off alarm bells for Israel because these missiles would put the Tel Aviv airport in range of Bashar al-Assad's regime. And of course, Israel's arch-rival Iran. Israel has long been trying to contain Iran's influence and role in Syria, is a key ally of Russia. So talking to Russia remains one of the best ways to try to keep a lid on Iran's influence.
And Alec, what does the US pulling out of the Iran nuclear deal mean for Moscow?
Well, Russia may, in fact, be the big winner from this move. Russia, of course, doesn't want Iran to have nuclear weapons. That would reduce its own nuclear deterrence. But there's a lot of political and economic upside to this for Russia. For one thing, the U.S. move to withdraw helps divide the Western countries that banded together for sanctions against Russia, this Western coalition. Any cracks in that will be welcome in Moscow. And also, as the U.S. is seen as an unpredictable partner now, Russia's own influence in the Middle East can only increase. Russia was a major trade partner for Iran when previous U.S. sanctions were in place, and it will be in the future. Notably, Russia has just sold 40 airliners to Iran for $2 billion. Now that the deal that Iran has for 200 planes from Airbus, Boeing, and ATR is likely to be canceled, that could mean more Russian planes will be sold to Iran. And finally, Russia is building 2 nuclear power plants in Iran worth $10 billion. So that cooperation could increase as Iran's demand for energy increases.
Thank you very much, Alec. Alec Lund, the Telegraph's correspondent in Moscow.